Hey, everybody. Once again, you are tuned in to Twid Radio. If you haven't been told or just didn't know, Twid stands for that's what I do. And as long as you're breathing, I guarantee you're doing something. We're bringing you the real, raw, the relevant tackling news, dating, marriage, sports, and more. This is where the black community connects, grows, and thrives. That's what we do in our tribe, circles, and communities. So hit that subscribe button and join the Twitter revolution today. Good evening, family. You're back. Let me start over. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you are tuned in to Twitter Radio. Sorry about that, family. Got a little choked up. So, family, let's get started. We're going to be talking about Elon Musk. Musk is racist dad. He's going to show his true colors. But don't be surprised when you hear me or even them say what they say, because we understand white supremacy. We understand, Europeans. And he's from Africa, South Africa. Of course, he's a colonizer, but that's where he's from. But listen to the words that comes out of this devil's mouth. You can't even make this up. He's the type of guy you just really want to take him in the back and just. Now, I don't condone violence. But anyway, let's check it out.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down?
Okay, so look at this racist clown. How smug and how arrogant he is when he say these things. That would be a very, very bad thing. Do you want to see the US go down? Somebody tell this idiot that America only became up because of, slavery. But then after the slavery, situation, you had now what you would call the migration of immigrants, and he's an immigrant. But this fool will say, if it's not that many of us, automatically the country is going to go down. His way of thinking is the typical mindset of these racists. They think like this. There's different levels, but they all think like this to a degree that they're superior, that they're smarter, that they're more brilliant. I mean, you can't even be surprised at the audacity of this white man because, his son is the richest man in the world, but that's through thievery. That's it.
Why? Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
If
he said, look, listen to him, go back to the jungle. Well, before you had electric cars, before you had any of that, this was still a thriving country. But he wants to make it seem as though, because we're in a technological age, that that's the be all end all.
If the US becomes a minority white country.
Yes.
So there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then, it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes on?
Ironically, he's talking about America being doomed, but look at how messed up Africa is since the European has been over there. Extracting resources. They can't find those same resources in Europe. They wouldn't even be able to survive. But he's talking about no. The truth is, the less of you there are, the better for society and humanity. That's the truth.
Yes, it goes under there.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that that projects the European culture or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people
No.
for decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work. We fed.
Look at him. He said, how do you oppress? We gave them. See, look at this devil. He said, we gave them work. We fed them. As if, as if before they came over there, those people were not living. They had their own civilization. See, that's the thing about the European. He goes somewhere, conquers, forces that civilization to adopt their ways. That's why it's called colonialism, and makes them believe throughout the generations, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, what we did, even though we raped, killed, and we slaughtered your people, we did it to help better you. That's the big play. That's the big lie.
Them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression. That's feeding them.
Look at him. It's feeding them. And he really believes it. Well, he don't really believe this, but he has to. Look, doesn't he look like the type of man that lies to himself on a day-to-day basis? Just like his son. Look at his son. They're both, and see, yeah, don't get it twisted. Money means nothing, because he can be worth 400 billion, and he can lose 440 billion tomorrow. So the money isn't real. You can't, you never gauge these people's success as success. It's nothing but scamming, cheating, racketeering, embezzlement. Anything that's illegal, they get to do it and get away with it.
Do you understand? You only grow big if you get fed. You only start at 800 and become 50 million if you get fed. We fed them, for crying out loud.
Look at him. Look at this devil. He said, he says we came over there and forget about we killed them, we raped them. Forget about, you know what I'm saying, we took their resources. Forget about all of that. We fed them as if there wasn't, as if South Africa does not have food that literally grows out of the ground. This bastard is basically saying, hey, without us, they would not have been able to feed themselves. He's such a coward.
Enough with this nonsense.
But so you understand, because the black population was so oppressed under apartheid.
Well, we never saw this oppression you're talking about.
Look at him. He said, well, we never saw this oppression here. Of course you didn't see it, because you were the one oppressing. This is what I have with the white race. People like this. People, exactly. And it's a lot. Make no mistake. It's a lot of these devils out there. A lot of them.
You never saw it.
No, I never saw it.
Yeah, because you're white.
That's it. Let's get this devil off the feed. But you get the point. Family, you get the point. This is the typical mindset of these devils. I mean, you can't make it up. He's showing you how he feels based on what he's saying. Like our sister Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, you believe them. Man, we believe these devils. That's why it's best you stay away from them. Everything that's going on right now with these Europeans, let them have it. Don't worry about them saying anything as far as reverse racism. That's what they like to use. It's almost synonymous to the Jews saying anti-Semitism. Don't let them throw that on you. Don't let them place that on you. If they want to, you just respond by saying, okay, whatever. Because you have no play with these people. They're going to always see it their way. Always. Family, you've been tuned into Twid. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, before I go, you know what I always say. All praise to the Most High. Peace.